So, with the iPhone 6s, already looking at it, it has some really nice features. I feel like it's a really nice budget phone, and it's worth what you get, especially a lot of the features. And I know you're thinking, oh, well, Zach, the SE is like the best budget phone. This one is the best budget phone because of its screen size. I mean, the SE you're only getting really is more storage. And this thing has some really nice features overall with iOS, which I'll first start talking about. Knowing that you can swipe, let me turn the brightness down. But knowing that you can swipe up and get your control center is really nice. You can do a lot on the lock screen, honestly, which isn't that bad. But to know that you can view your pretty much widgets and everything from here, it's nice. And of course, you have some really good things. I am going to be doing a comparison. But one of the nice things about the 6S is it's really speedy, especially with iOS 12. Knowing that, the camera just opens instantly. And another thing that I will show you later is that you get a lot of cool, features with this thing. But of course, this thing does feature Touch ID. One of the things about it that I'm still trying to get myself used to is the fact that the home button has to be right, for it to work, it has to be right on it. So, and then unlocks. It's something that I'm trying to get used to. But one of my favorite things about it also is the fact that it has 3D touch. So you can just go right in. You can do a lot of stuff with 3D touch, and don't just think that that this is just for Apple apps. Things like Snapchat and Instagram have that, and it's pretty much just shortcuts, but you can do way more with that. If I go into, let's see, Twitch. So you can do way much more with 3D touch. So for an example, if I swipe up on the control center, this is a really nice. I can 3D touch here to see what my music, airdrop. So if it's to the iPhone, I can turn my volume up and down from here and see the app, and it says the song and everything. Also, I can go into here, see what Wi-Fi I'm connected to, my Bluetooth, all that information. And I can see my brightness, I can toggle that, do basic stuff like that. But I can also go into here and take a selfie, record a video, scan a QR code. So I'd go in like that and just take a normal picture of a QR code. Or you would, and then you can swipe back up too. Hold on. Hard doing this with one hand for sure. And then you can go into stuff like your flash, change the type of flash you want it at. You can go and set a timer. And then you can go in and copy your last result. Another nice thing too with 3D touch is, so let's just open up some apps. I can 3D touch on the side to go into these apps here. And then if I want to go and switch from one app to another app, hold on, it's hard with one hand as I said. You would just press it and not do that. But you would just press and just swipe over. And then you would press and hold just to get up. Swipe these apps away. And of course you can also do this using the home button. Although right now it's cleared out. But if I wanted to go into App Switcher, I just do that. And then I can swipe my app away. Which is really nice. And one of the things I find about this phone is it's really fluent. Especially on iOS 12. So this operating system is currently on iOS 12, and to prove that, I'll go into general about, actually no, software update. And as you can see, iOS 12.1.2, and I will get software updates up to hopefully for iOS 13 and iOS 14. Another nice thing you get with iPhones is screen time. You can also block content. It's just really nice using screen time. And then you also have with this thing Siri. And when you compare this thing to an Android, like some people say Siri can do a lot less. I guess Siri, if I had to say, is decent. It honestly depends on what you want it to do because it can't do everything. But it is getting optimized. And now they have an app. Let me show you on the App Store. Called, I'll search it. I don't have it on my phone, but I'll search it. If I go to here. Siri shortcuts. And it's like you can... And it's like you can go in and have it do certain things, do certain commands based on what you would say and all that stuff. So yeah, it's pretty much like that. And then one of the nice things too is it's pretty speedy, so like even I can't do this, but say if you want to go into an app, like let's say Skywhale. You go into it and then you accidentally clicked it, you can then click it and it goes out even faster if... Let me refresh the app. As I said, it's really hard for me to do, but I can just go in and close it. And yeah, it's like instant, pretty much. The camera on here, as I said, I can take photos quickly. You can do a lot of stuff with it. There's slow-mo. I will be comparing this to an Android. Time-lapse is honestly not bad for what you get. Like, this isn't a Plus series phone, and this isn't one of the newer ones with HDR. But it's pretty good. So the next thing I should talk about also is battery life. Battery life on this thing is pretty good. It gets you through a day. So far my battery is at its maximum capacity, which is 100. It's pretty good, honestly. Gets you through mainly a day. If you're a heavy user, maybe you'll end up with having to charge it sooner, but it pretty much makes it through the day. And as I said, it's pretty fluent. This one I did get new, so it pretty much doesn't have any issues. And of course its price point. That's what I should talk about now. So you can get these things pretty much for around $200 from what I've looked on eBay and Amazon. I got this thing for Christmas, and it's my parents, and my parents bought it, so pretty much, I don't know how much they spent, but I know on Amazon and on eBay you can get this thing for around $200. Pretty good deal. And another thing I should tell you guys too is that this thing is the last iPhone with a headphone jack. I don't think you can see because I'm in like bad lighting. But it does have a headphone jack, which is let me move over, which is pretty much, I guess it's nice. Especially knowing that with the iPhone 7, Apple took away its headphone jack. Okay, I got it. And one of the things, too, is, I haven't tried this out yet, but I will in a minute, is the support for, like, the dongles. So, say your headphone jack gets bent, will it still work with a dongle? But one of the nice things is this thing, you can play it while it's, like, charging. So you can play music while it's charging. And you don't have to worry about carrying around an adapter. So, I guess it comes to be really nice. And this thing barely has any overheating problems. Androids do, honestly. But if I plug in headphones... And you also get this EarPods case, which is pretty nice. Along with EarPods included in the box, which for $200... Pretty nice deal, especially since EarPods are $20. They're not AirPods, so don't get them confused. AirPods are the wireless $100 earbuds. Don't get them confused with those. These are just a more cheaper alternative to EarPods. And these look really nice. And of course the audio quality is really nice. So like if I go in here and play some non-copyrighted song on YouTube. Let me search for non-copyright music. It sounds really nice. I'm going to put it up to mic. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I can hear it, so you guys probably can. But the quality is, like, really nice. I don't know where the mic is, honestly, so I can't. But I'll edit it out later. The quality is really nice, and I'm actually going to grab an adapter here and try it out in a minute with the phone, so I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, so here I have a dongle, and, well, here's my dongle. So I have a dongle here, and a lightning, or a headphone jack. So I'm going to plug this in and see if it does work, and if it can play audio through. Hold on. So as you can see, I have my headphone jack connected. I'm going to play some music, and I'll see if it worked. So it does actually work. I'm currently listening to it, but I'll put it up to your ear just so you guys can hear it. It does work, and probably a test for a future video. We'll see if you can actually play both of these, or use both the headphone jack and the lightning adapter at the same time. So say if you have somebody who wants to listen to the same music as you and their phones, or they want to just listen to music in their phone instead, can you do that? That'll be a test upcoming for a future video. But it is actually nice that Apple makes it so you can plug this accessory in and still use it. I mean, it is sad that they did take away the headphone jack, but I feel like it's nice that you can plug this thing in. And it's also sad that Apple just said, we're going to discontinue the dongle coming in every box this year with new iPhones. It's just sad. And honestly, I like the dongle. I feel like it's really great. So, yeah. And also, so one of the things I like about these designs with Apple is it doesn't have a notch coming through the display, because not all apps are optimized for it. So it just comes to be nice that we can still get phones that have these notch. Yes, you have the fingerprint sensor, and you don't have to get emojis. But honestly, it's still good. And it still is a decent device.